Hello everyone, welcome to Spooky Witch Nails. Today we are going to tell you the story of the ghostly mansion. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by a spooky forest, there was a creepy old house known as Hollow House. People in the village believed it was cursed because it was said to be haunted by a ghost named Madeline Holloway. She had disappeared mysteriously many years ago. Most villagers were scared of Hollow House and avoided it, but there was a man named Robert who was very curious about it. He loved stories about ghosts and wanted to find out if the ghost of Madeline was real. He spent a lot of time looking at old records in the village library to learn more about what happened to the Madeline. One dark night, Robert decided to spend the night in Hollow House. He wanted to uncover its secrets and become famous for it. With a lantern in his hand, he went into the mansion. It smelled bad, and the old wooden floors creaked loudly with every step he took. As he explored, he noticed paintings of Madeline on the walls that seemed to watch him. Hours passed and Robert began to feel scared. He went up to the attic, a room that had always been locked. He forced the door open and found an old chest covered in spider webs. Inside, he discovered Madeline's diary, which was very old. It talked about how she went crazy, got interested in crazy stuff, and tried to talk to ghosts. She even did strange rituals and sacrifices. Suddenly, his lantern flickered and went out, and he was in complete darkness. He tried to light it again, but when he did, he saw Madeline's ghostly figure standing in front of him. She was in white clothes, but her eyes were empty. Robert was so scared that he couldn't move. Madeline's ghost came closer and touched his face with her icy fingers. She whispered, "You shouldn't have come." Terrified, Robert moved back and knocked over the lantern. It became dark again, and Madeline laughed at him. He knew he had to leave, but it felt impossible to find the way out. He tried to find the door in the dark. As he moved, he felt like someone was watching him. He heard whispers he couldn't understand, and it felt like the walls were closing in on him. While searching for a way out, Robert found a hidden passage that led him deep into the mansion. He ended up in a room full of old, dusty books about scary stuff. These were Madeline's books with spells and strange words. Robert decided to try every one of the spells to get rid of the Madeline's ghost. But when he said the words, the room shook, books flew off the shelves, and shadows danced on the walls. It got super cold, and it felt like there were many voices crying out in pain. Suddenly, everything stopped, and the room was quiet again. The scary voices were gone. Robert was exhausted and went back to the attic. There, he found the lantern was still okay. He left Hollow House and promised never to go back. As he looked at the mansion from outside, he knew it was a very scary place. He had found out what happened to Madeline, but he had gone through a very scary experience. Robert learned that some secrets should stay hidden and some places should never be explored. Hollow House would always be a spooky, cursed place with a dark history, known only to those who were brave or foolish enough to get too close. Okay, now you have listened to the story of the ghostly mansion. I hope you liked the video. Please like, subscribe and share Spooky Witch Nails. Thank you. See you again. Bye-bye.